Yeah.
They're all about lowering your vibration. Our food technologies biohack the body like nothing else. I was given my life back because of this company. I'd suffered my 5th concussion, was told I'd never compete. Can't make medical claims. I'm sorry, we can't make medical claims. I had suffered a head injury when I was in college, and I'd heard about this.
From fighting?
From wrestling.
Okay.
I was wrestling at the University of Minnesota. That's when I was getting into network marketing and sales. And a buddy that I first did my first company with, he reached out to me and said, "Hey, Joe, I heard you have some head injuries. I need you to take a look at what we're doing." And it was the first product that I was introduced to was an all-natural anti-inflammatory that lowers the inflammatory markers in the human by 47% in 90 minutes by one ingredient. The ingredient is called Betalin. I want to educate because people don't have this information.
Writing this down.
Betalin comes from the sugar beet. Betalin is the anti-inflammatory property found in a beet. And what we do is we extract it from the sugar. We bought the patent to extract it from the sugar molecule. So in one of these capsules is 500 beets worth of Betalin. So inflammation is the root cause of absolutely everything, correct?
If you say so.
I mean, inflammation is the root cause of pretty much every bad thing. Pretty much. I'm making
can't make medical claims.
I'm not making medical claims. This isn't a medical claim. It's common sense. Inflammation is normally, Time magazine came out and said inflammation is the root cause of pretty much every bad thing that happens in your body. Time magazine said that. You can't come after me. But long story short, I got on that product. I'm not making a medical claim, but I am saying within 2.5 weeks, I was medically cleared to wrestle.
Off of a beet, something that
off
is
of me. All I was doing was taking this product. I don't know. They told me that I would never compete against some of the best doctors in the world.
And now you're competing.
Well, now I have no...
To eradicate child malnutrition.
Bingo.
So incredible. When you said what you said at the fight, and we'll play the video so everyone knows in case they don't know, in case they're sleeping.
Secondly, Jimmy Kimmel, viral this. I fight to eradicate childhood malnutrition from the planet. And until they release the flight logs, you, the mainstream media, Hollywood, are all pedophiles to me. Eat Am I canceled yet.com?
Were you prepared to say that?
Absolutely.
Was it? Okay.
Everything's calculated. Everything that I do is calculated. And people are just catching up to my timeline. People are catching up, like you said. You're very knowledgeable. All of my fan base already knew this. All of my fan base has known Joel's going to take over everything. It's just a matter of time. Now this is...
Take over me?
No, take over everything, meaning I take over everything so I can give it all back. I'm going to take over everything so I can take over Hollywood so I give it back to humanity. We're going to push a better message. We're going to push consciousness forward because that's where it needs to go. We could have eradicated childhood malnutrition a long time ago, but people don't have the information. Why? Because they want to stupefy. Because they don't want to tell people things. I'm going to tell people everything. I don't care. That's why I fear nothing.
That's why you're uncancelable.
Bingo. I fear nothing. What are you going to do?
How is the information being so suppressed? Is it not getting out there? Are people shushing it? Is there another agenda?
Well, I think...
Let's go full conspiracy.
Yeah, if you want to go full conspiracy. If you want to go full conspiracy, you have to figure out who Sam Castor is. Sam Castor is the founder of Manitech that is kind of behind the movement. And he first brought this Ace Man and this incredible technology to the FDA. It couldn't get approved by the FDA. You want to know why? Because it didn't kill the rats. You have to show a toxicity threshold. In every product that gets approved, there has to be a toxicity threshold.
And because it didn't kill rats, there was no toxicity.
Ace Manin only improves the functions of what you give it to.
Oh my gosh.
You can't, if it's not going to injure you, you can't. So that's when I first heard that story, I was like, wow.
Like if one rat died,
that can show toxicity threshold.
And so then we'd all be good to go.
Yeah, because you have to know how much you can take before it kills you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you tell me why you haven't heard about it. I don't know. Yeah, so but he could bring it to market as a nutritional supplement.
Okay.
And that's how we built Manitech.
And that's what he's doing.
That's how he built it. No, he left Manitech because he went to his shareholders, told them about the buy one, nourish two model that he wanted to introduce. So every time you take the product and it does an incredible thing for you, we donate 1 serving of nourishment to children. So yeah, he went back to his shareholders, tried to introduce this model. They said, no, we can't do that because we have to protect shareholder interest. So he left that company. He left that company and said, God's going to provide me something better. After a couple months go by, he doesn't know what he's going to do. The scientist that helped him extract Ace Manin, that built that company, Manitech, go look at, see how big that company is.
This is like a rabbit hole.
Watch, yes. So deep, but so powerful. Watch. This is divine intervention. You want to see divine intervention? You're about to save a lot of children because of this interview. Watch. Trust me.
I did my good deed.
Trust me. Watch.
Okay.
This is divine intervention. So this gentleman, he leaves the company that he built because he's going to go, I'm going to save every children in the world with this technology. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it. The guy that extracted Ace Manning calls him up, the scientist goes, hey, Sam, you're never going to guess what just happened. I found a way how to make Ace Manning 3 times more bioavailable than what you had at Manatech. Okay. And Sam goes, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, what are you going to do with the technology? He says, I'm going to he's like, I don't know. He says, you're going to donate it to me and I'm going to take it to the world's most vulnerable children. That's how he essentially heard about what we were doing in another company, bought out the company, and created the first ever social business 3.0. So every time you take the product, we nourish children. That's why 42 million servings of nourishment in 3 years. They say money is the root of all evil. I somewhat agree with that, but at the same time, it's intention. Good intent, money can do great things. Money has done great things. It's developed incredible technologies. It's the intention behind what you're doing. So I think that people should make money by helping other people. I think that is the best way how to make money, is to help people. So we have a model that does that. And I think that everybody should get healthy and be optimal, because then they can be sovereign.
That's right.
Everything is about freedom. I don't think that we should be in a medical system that only wants you to be sick. It's sick care. It's not health care. It's sick care. No. For the last 3 years, they try to take away freedom.
So what does fighting do for malnutrition? You donate your winnings, or what is it?
No, it gets my message out there.
Thank you. Okay.
Hashtag eradicate malnutrition. My first fight, hashtag eradicate malnutrition, 3 years ago.
Okay.
Over 4 years ago now.
Love
that was
it.
my first fight. I've been telling the story. The world is just catching up to our timeline. Now you know, now you have a tangible way to make an impact. See, people need systems and they need information. Why do they censor people? Because they want to take away information. That's the point. Because
then they're only left with one choice, and it's the choice they want you to choose.
Yes.
Right.
Bingo. You get it. But my goal is to destroy the system with the system that they gave us.
Oh, I like that.
They gave us this system to dumb and to stupefy and to, okay, yes, well, then if that's the case, then we're going to show you how we can capture attention and then educate. Thank you.
So where'd you come up with uncancelable?
My show, my sketch comedy show, Am I Canceled Yet?, is the greatest sketch comedy show of our era. You know, if I wasn't canceled off of TikTok, YouTube, I got banned faster than anybody else that I know. I feel like I'd have millions of followers right now. I feel like people would be enjoying my content and my comedy way more. It's just I'm banned. They try to ban the TikTok videos. I mean, they try to suppress this a lot of the times, but I mean, it's already out there. So you just got to do the knowledge. And I think that's what's most important, though, is that people, when you rabbit hole them, that they go, and because it's cognitive dissonance otherwise.
Right.
You know, you have to go and you have to change your perspective. It's not for me to change anybody's perspective. I confidently stay in my knowing and in my belief. And if that example changes somebody else, then awesome. But I'm not here to sit here and go, this is what you should believe. No, just go do the knowledge. And if you want to believe that, do believe that. But I know what I know, you know?
You just have done more research then.
I'm not saying I've done more research.
Well, I know you've done more research than me. I've done zero. So.
Yeah, I think that we could change the world overnight if all of this stuff was released. And I'm just sick and tired of the games. I'm sick and tired of the BS. I'm sick and tired of them being able to manipulate and control. That's why I did a video on TikTok that I went viral for. I know this is the first time that you've heard about me, but I've went viral multiple times. I know what I'm doing. Again, I'm the influencer to influencers. I'm one of the reasons why these college athletes and these high school athletes can get paid today through the NIL.
Yeah, tell me about that. I don't know anything about that either.
I was wrestling at the University of Minnesota. And what first made me go viral was I put up a song on iTunes and on YouTube. I had a video on YouTube. And when you sign as a college athlete, back then, the NCAA owned your name. They owned your likeness. So when I was in high school, my dad said, Joel, you're about to wrestle at the University of Minnesota. You might not be able to do music anymore. And I go, huh? He said, well, they have this thing called the amateurism rule. And they own your name when you sign. So you might not be able to promote your music with your name. And I said, well, if they take away my eligibility or take away my scholarship because I make positive rap music, then they're going to make me famous. I knew that in high school. I knew that before I signed. And guess what happened? When I suffered my, little head stuff, I was pretty, not happy. And actually, that was before. But we did that. We released the song.
But did they own your name?
Yes, and that's why I was on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. That's why I was in the New York Times, because the NCAA owned my likeness and they took away my eligibility, so I couldn't wrestle anymore because of that song being on iTunes. That's when we first went viral.
So they went after you because you produced the song. They said, "Oh, what did they say? We should own this song, or you can't make the song?"
You can't make money off of your name because
we own it.
Yes, we own your likeness. So
what did you do to change that?
I just went viral. I went on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. I was in a movie called The Business of Amateurs that was produced all by college athletes. I did the end title track for the film. Ed O'Bannon was in it. Ed O'Bannon won his case against the NCAA. It was produced by a gentleman named Bob DeMars, incredible man, who worked out in LA and did films. And this was his baby. He wanted to expose the NCAA. I believe that film was the catalyst. And when it first came out, it was the #1 documentary on iTunes for 2 weeks. I believe that was the catalyst for the NIL. I believe we are the ones that decided. So if I can disrupt that system.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big system. So did they change the rules, or were they forced?
The NIL is now a thing. The NIL is now a thing. Now
what does NIL stand for?
The NIL, I don't even know, but the NIL, I don't care. I don't care. Thanks. Hey, say you're welcome.